A faint story on the I finally stepped out to visit my mom. Adventure found me. Judged by in our darkest moments. When life flashes before us. We find something.
Thank you so much for that, Jennifer. That was useful.
Something that keeps us going.
Just everybody. It's done. What that is to do. Because you didn't know this. Night is after dark. I hear Aurora. Kicking off nice and quick. So we might be shooting an Aurora in the face very shortly. We're not cold at the moment, which is nice. Yeah, oh yeah, 1000%. We got Aurora. I'm loving this aspect of the series, the frequent auroras. there. This might not be the ledge to shoot it from. I mean, I don't mind getting down to the ground and shooting him either, that's fine. Alright, that's a hit, but not a kill. Another hit. Nice. Rifle 2. Alright, so I mean, surely he'll die now. It seems reasonable to expect at this point that that wolf will die. Glad to have the right to fire. If you're wondering why I'm not showing you this, recall that on best items are actually better than a lot of the things because I want to actually go for this group if I don't want to do like this one for one hand project. All of this stuff. But it's not as much as it's like go for animals and walk in that and walk it over level one. First it's not it's always one then explore the world. I remember that car battery. I don't know if that's the same one that I saw in the previous season. Alright, I do have a lot of things stored here. In particular, I have the but I'm going to go ahead and pick these up because I don't want to leave them behind. That does mean I'm going to be more encumbered while I'm walking around here because that stuff will run. I'm not going to worry about it. I will open this locker. Fishing tackles, decent ski gloves. Nice. I actually think those might be, but they're not gauntlets. I think they might be opposed to ski gauntlets if I recall correctly. So right now,
Has anyone listening? These are stoned.
Microwave, just a purple heated microwave. That's 100% potable with no problem, as discussed previously. And I also looked at that search the office. So there's that. But we know also that shopping up crates from here can actually lead to more benefit. I am getting very slow walking around here because the next time I leave here, I'm not likely to come back. But no, that's a good place to be on the internet. I need to walk around that for a while, so through here. 2 car batteries, dang, I bet you there's one in one of the, like under the hood of one of these vehicles in here too.
Here's the
soon-to-be world famous archaeologist Laura Croft
and her
and
new
her new habitat.
Actually, I will worry about
She's
the
on the lost kingdom of
because I
Nevertime
think art is so precise.
mythical son
and
and ancestor
That way I can
church.
feel a little bit better about repairing my previous jacket.
Serious. Oh, sweetie, I know.
I'm just
I'm
trying
just trying to lighten the mood here.
Everyone's
Everyone's
so
so
on
on
edge. Like this,
What do you say,
that metal
I'm
I'm
close
close
to
to
something.
something.
towers
I'm
and
sure
anything
of
here.
it.
I just
I just don't know if the others will listen.
Still level up
Maybe
the
they
score.
should.
Laura, you know
You know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously.
I'm not
I'm not just saying this to make you feel better.
No battery there.
I trust you. Roth trusts you.
You got
You got this.
Clipboard.
Now let's
Now
take a
let's
break.
take a break, okay?
Okay.
And
Sam.
thanks.
The sparks are making
She's
me
not
She's not always serious,
like
you
they
know?
seem like they're so close, you know?
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this? I probably should follow with Bob. Instead of Sam's going to be funny, I put myself in the line too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, we think.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamata's that far. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never got Yamatai. I've told your Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
It might have been intentional because I knew that I still had to search this whole place.
Here's the gist of that. My reputation on your
That's my guess, and I'm
I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And we're going to you last in the field with that TV crew.
I thought you almost anywhere but that place has a bad energy.
That store's more like makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Yeah.
The stories about Queen Himiko spaceships, Salmon storms, myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
There's a very good chance
That
That doesn't look good.
This way, I can see along it.
Tell me Dave is right. We don't have the funds to preserve it. It's now or never. Lara's offered to crush the ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
interesting. There's actually nothing here. That's rare. I feel like the over who figure was usually is more generous. To that particular area. That's fascinating. I was not expecting to find nothing there. But okay. Next order of the we could go around this way to avoid that wire. Holy crap, I like the forest. I feel like that. have the saplings here. I've got some spirits, but I kind of want to use the that's the reason I'm working on here. I have some lead on me, that's another thing that I'm using. But I like to let that a little bit of those before I apply it something. So that's the reason for when I'm getting to the time I was getting to all some stuff there that I could have used to put that over the first that's it.
You always have some fancy gadget when you work.
If you can learn to do stars, you'll always be able to find a way forward.
Take this community while we get that's
So I feel like we have a lot of catching up to do. It's been no secret that the past few days have been filled with a bunch of videos around hot topics like the Vancouver Canucks and their dominance, the Edmonton Oilers and their failures. Of course, I think we're starting to win games now, so maybe the videos may need to be dialed back. And then trade rumor updates, free agent stuff, whatever, right? So I have been, admittedly, kind of ignoring my Montreal Canadiens. But this is a video that I think kind of needs to be made, not because this is a super dire, tragic thing, but instead because I feel like this has been a conversation that has popped up slowly over the past couple days, to the point that I feel like it's actually okay to bring it up. So today we're talking about Montreal Canadiens owner Cole Caulfield, and the idea that some Canadiens fans are in more ways than one, starting to get better Caulfield, just going over the profile here, I feel like he actually has to be it's been a while since we've talked about this guy. He is at 14 points in 16 games this season. He's on pace for a career high in points on the year. He's on pace for 72. However, the interesting part about the 72 point pace that Caulfield is at is that his goal production pace is actually a decline from what it had last year. Last year, Cole Caulfield had 26 goals in 46 games, a number where the match 26 divided by 46 multiplied by 2. Caulfield was on pace for about 46 goals in a full season last year. This year, the guy only has 5 goals in 16 games. Now, most of those were in overtime, oddly enough, but he's currently on the roll for 26 goals in 82 games. Which would be weird because he had 26 goals last year in about half the amount of games. So it's to see that there has been a quote-unquote decline in Cole Caulfield's goal production in general. The points are still there. He's getting assists, he's looking good. But I have seen some people bringing up some really interesting ideas as to why this Cole Caulfield goal thing has been starting out with this. The had ourselves a tweet made that looks on Canadian's Twitter. This has 18,000 views and it made its way onto my timeline. I didn't appreciate it. Mike Bean tweeted out this on November 13th. I wonder if the shoulder surgery has affected Cole Caulfield's performance this year. He saw the Matthews last year. He might need some time to have the right here. Now, I'm no doctor, but I'm going to go out there and say that when it comes to Cole Caulfield, there has been a really interesting pattern over some of the previous 2 games. And each bit I noticed that the young timer thing that Caulfield has been able to find last year, and even in certain parts earlier in this year, hadn't been as prevalent. That's not to say that it's an every game kind of thing. It's that there are a few situations where Cole Caulfield has been hammering the puck on goal. Now, you can say that this is because of a few things. Caulfield himself said the other day, in regards to his quality of scoring chances of playing away from the position. Yeah, I mean, they had 8 shots last night. And the interesting thing is, we talk about how Cole Caulfield was getting passes and how guys like Yorson Cost and that beating and that stuff like that. A lot of these passes haven't really been the most, how do I say this, one-timeable passes. Like, a lot of these teams have been playing for Caulfield needs to settle down and blocking the puck on the ice before he tries to take a shot. One kind of fly the goalie and hit. He's been scoring out of the high school on the rush. And over time, he's getting these leads, he's getting the outfielders and kind of stuff. He's doing the shooting already. But he doesn't like to find out you can see that
we need to meet. Okay, let's split up. One of us goes Laura and the rest of us fan out and Sam.
No, not me.
You know how to use
it took a little bit of time for him to
It's all wrong.
But when it comes to the Caulfield idea, really, you can't go out there and do offensive threat, and we're seeing what he can do on the power plays, and when he passes the puck around, he has a very good playmaking touch that I think was sort of underrated when he made his way into the league because everybody was focused on his goal scoring. But another aspect of his Caulfield thing is brought to us through the article that I wanted to read to you from Hockey30.com. Now, this is an interesting website because they do make articles talking about random NHL topics. A lot of Canadians have to because, it's in French. They actually have stolen some of my thumbnails before and put them on the website, or at least I think that was this website. It might have been something else. I'm not really too sure. But either way, this article was published by, I think it was Terus, earlier when was this published? On Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to translate this from French into English and try to read some of the contents over to you here. Is Cole Caulfield distracted by his salary? The article asks. Is Cole Caulfield's salary starting to clear his mind? Or rather,
this is not how to go along. It's awful now that it's more like you're grocery list. You check your ball off there with they want this, getting your left now.
Laura is having a crisis of confidence. So, for her sake, keep up the happy face. Something about this expedition has been making me nervous. I have butterflies in my stomach.
As we sail closer to the dragon's
Cole Caulfield ends up burning himself because at the moment, he's in the Gold School who has lost all his beams. The number of chances this time were simply the big window saw brother this evening. I think what that means is that a lot of the shots went up. When you sign for that many minutes, the pressure is definitely on you. Caulfield is a superstar in the NHL and he's paid as such, and his measly 5 goals are really starting to haunt him. The fact that he scored a meager goal at 5-on-5 is on his mind. Okay, not a meager goal, but one. Just one. He's missed chance after chance to the point of losing his mind, to the point of creating a turnover, which leads to a 2-0 against, to the point of thinking about it every day, every hour, every minute of the day. This is getting a little bit hyperbolic, I will say, but it does have an interesting premise. Does it not? Leave it to me in the description if you want to go ahead and read more of the article on your own time. It goes over a bunch of examples of shots that went wide and everything, pretty much saying that if Caulfield made these chances, the Canadians would have won. And hey, go figure. If the Canadians scored more goals, they would have won more games. Who would have thought? Either way, when it comes to Cole Caulfield, I feel like for the guy and his opportunities, it's kind of unfair to isolate individual things without looking at the big picture, because all in all, Caulfield has been getting his chances. He has been getting fed the puck nicely. It's not just Nick Suzuki that is capable of making international goals. You have some other guys that are feeding him well. It's just some of these passes may not have been perfect, and some of the opportunities have not really warranted proper one-timer chances. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's a small sample size. Obviously, we prefer Caulfield to be still getting goals in this respect, but he still is scoring points. And I think he hasn't really lost his effectiveness as a hockey player in general, despite the lack of one-timers, despite the lack of goal production at 5-5, and seemingly how most of his goals are coming from overtime nowadays. Is he bound to bounce back? Yeah, absolutely. It's Cole freaking Caulfield we're talking about. This guy had a 46-goal pace last year. There's no way he's going to stay there and end off the season with the same amount of goals from last year in 82 games. Assuming, of course, knock on wood, that he plays all 82 games. Let's just say that he's going to do that for now. There's a lot of opportunity here for Caulfield, especially as the Canadians build up more chemistry, as Caulfield gets a bit more confident with the puck and creating plays. He's been slowly getting better, which is what we wanted to see. And if he sticks around with Cole Caulfield, then it could be a really nice sort of coming out party for Slot. If everything works well enough, if he becomes a pretty good playmaker for Cole. Let alone the idea of having Nick Suzuki playing with Cole once again, even if you don't have that. As long as Slafkovsky is able to improve steadily like he has been the past little while, that's good enough. And sure, you could talk about numbers, you could talk about points, you could talk about the expectation being higher for all these guys. And I'm not going to say that Slafkovsky just barely getting better and not producing any more points is good enough. Obviously, we want more. But any progress forward is still progress forward. And I think that's more important than having no progress at all. Right? Maybe that's just my glass half full type of personality coming out there and blasting itself on screen here. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below about these concerns with Cole Caulfield. The idea that maybe firstly his shoulder has been holding him back, whether or not the passes and the opportunities he's been fed have not been the best, and when it comes to the chemistry with how everybody else on the ice plays. Do you think Cole Caulfield should be concerned about the contract, and do you think the pressure of being paid as much as he has been is weighing him down to the point of his decline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed this video signing on, and bye.
series, the setting of The Elder Scrolls V seems plagued by chaos in every direction. But despite all these challenges, love can still find a way. Indeed, marriage is one potential path the Dragonborn may take that allows you to focus on something not quite as exciting as saving the world, but perhaps far more wholesome. A different kind of adventure, if you will. Dozens upon dozens of NPCs are available as candidates for marriage, but a handful stick out as particularly noteworthy, and it's some of those that I thought we'd cover today. Now, before we dive into this video, note that it will contain 3 possible wives and 2 possible husbands. And sometime eventually in the future, I'll probably do a part 2. That'll feature 2 wives and 3 husbands. That way we're all hopefully able to satisfy everybody. Anyway, without further ado, let's do it. Starting off, frankly, we're kind of cheating here with Miola Lioness. She's an old warrior living in Riften, but oh boy, is she no ordinary adventurer. You see, as a child, Miola lost both of her parents when bandits attacked and destroyed her village. But unlike most people who would eventually find themselves living in an orphanage after something this horrible, Miola refused such a lifestyle, and instead became an adventurer, something her father had always wanted for his little girl. Obviously, a great number of years have passed since then, and her travels took her across Skyrim, and even beyond to other provinces, including Borland. But one day, she was fighting her way through the Dwarven village. The warrior was wounded by one of the machines, and barely managed to claw her way out. She was found unconscious by a man named Aaron, and taken back to Riften, which has been living for the past few months. Now the old family herself is very protected. Losing her parents to criminals so long ago has embedded a deep hatred for all things evil in the world, and she has a natural urge to help any who need it. Just follow her around the settlement is only for a little while, and even listen as she donates to bands, checks up on shopkeepers, and attempts to bring out big field and Blackfriar resources.
Aaron tells me you might be giving arms to the king's field. Is this true? I don't know what he's talking about. He must be seeing things. I'm watching you, Greta. One slip up, and I report you to the guards. You got that? Have you prepared the things that I suggested, Sheldon?
This will be it. If Riften gets attacked, we'll retreat inside the city gates and bar the door just like you said.
You could be our first line of defense since you live outside the city walls, so we're depending on you. Madesi, my friend, how have things been since last week's incident?
Ever since you scared off that thug from the Thieves Guild, not one of them's bothered me. We're lucky to have you here.
My pleasure. If you see the Thieves Guild harassing anyone else, you be sure to let me know.
She has the moral compass of Superman. After the players surpass level 14, she can offer you a quest to venture into that Dwarven village you was injured in so long ago, and recover Grimsurfer, a sword she left behind. Do so, and the old lioness will become both a candidate for marriage and a potential follower. So not only you can establish a similar background as adventurer, who you know will be able to protect the house when you're gone, but also a quite literal companion. But there's just one minor reset you may want to look into. Remember that Aaron guy, the person who nursed her back to health after she was nearly killed in that ruin? Well, if you're the jealous type, you might want to do something about it. The two are extremely close, best friends. And when you marry Neil, there's a chance Aaron may follow her to your house and either just occasionally stop by or legitimately start living there. Now, this seems to just be a minor bug with his cat bite, as Aaron is tempted to follow Neil around Riften a lot. And if she moves into your home, those scripts don't go away. So he keeps trying to follow her anyway. But still, I guess we're the Dragonborn, but maybe we should still keep an eye on that guy she's telling us not to worry about. Next on the list, for all the lovely ladies and the few gentlemen out there, meet Sorex Phineas. He's an imperial man living and working out of a weakness in a tavern in Solitude. After delivering some drinks for him to the Blue Palace, he becomes an option for marriage. At first, Sorex seems relatively unremarkable for a citizen of Solitude. But after a bit of attention is paid to the fellow, it's obvious he's a good suitor. For one, he's not just a worker at the Winky's Gear. His father, Cornelius, is indeed the owner, and confidently asserts that he'll give the business business to Sorix upon his retirement. However, it's suggested that Sorix is already pretty much managing and running the place as is. So his father's promises aren't a big deal to him. Sorix also implies that he doesn't really want to spend the rest of his life working here. In a conversation that can be overheard between him and his father, Sorix admits that there's a whole world out there that he sort of wants to see. And working at the Winking Skeever for the rest of his life might not be what he wants. Been a good week, my boy. Loud customers mean good cheer. Good cheer. Holy shit. You know, I have to retire and leave you to run the Skeever, son. I don't know, Father. There's a whole world out there I want to see. On top of his deep desire for exploration, Sorix is also one of only a few NPCs who will stick up for characters he cares about. You see, should the player attack, but not kill, any person who Sorix has a positive disposition with, be it his father, sister, or even a friend, later on in the game, he may track down and confront the Dragonborn to demand that you apologize and swear to never harm that person again. Here's the situation. You attacked my family. So now you're going to apologize or I'm going to kill you. I hope we understand each other. Perhaps I haven't made myself clear. Your best and least painful course of action is to apologize and promise to leave my family in peace. So, the heir to a profitable business, curious for adventure, and willing to stick up for those he loves. What more can you ask for? Well, I haven't even told you the best part yet. You see, Sorix knows dad jokes. You know, the Winking Skeever's not just the best inn in Solitude. Her role in the Dragonborn DLC questline, simply being present for some of the affairs that take place in her village. Though, if you speak to her, it'll quickly become obvious that Orlin isn't like most of her fellow Skalds. She's actually not from Solstheim, but instead, Aldrich. You know, the hold in Skyrim. She explains that before she was born, her father was a sailor who lived in Skyrim, but sailed all across the Sea of Ghosts. One day, he was left on the coast of Solstheim, though was rescued by a Skald woman. The two quickly fell in love, and when the time came for the man to return to Skyrim, he just decided to bring that woman with him, and they settled down in Baldry and had Orwin. After many years, her parents passed away, and Orwin decided to move to Solstheim to be with her mother's old tribe. She'll give you a short quest to deliver a necklace to Baldry's centuries, and after you've done that, Orwin can be married. From there, should you decide to live with her, you can ultimately choose to settle down in Skyrim, bringing her back once again to the land where she was born. Funnily enough, though, she's one of only two other potential spouses that can live with you on Solstheim, as the only player home on the island is severed in marriage, and for whatever reason, spouses and children can't be moved in there. But since Orwin has a house of her own on the landmass, the Dragonborn can just choose to move in with her directly. So, decisions, I guess. For Wolfbot, we are the first and only murder on this planet. So that's correct. A government miner is looking to destroy life beauty of Stormwater Crossing. He spends most of his days chopping away at rocks and even being sitting by a campfire, swapping stories with his fellow workers and the settlement's inhabitants. If you take the time to listen to some of the dialogue he has with other NPCs, it will become apparent that Sundust is a surprisingly wholesome character. Apparently, people like something of a father figure, including Dracula, who lost their own father long ago and is now being raised by a secretly developed.
Yes, so I hope you don't have that.
Well, I'll try to be sure.
I was trying to take care of you, Mom.
Additionally, if you speak to Sundust for yourself, his experience as a passion comes to the king as he tells you he's been hunting for 100 years. So it was just this is one a few years back. Recently, the miners here have developed coughs and signs of some sort of disease. He also admits that he's seen such a thing before, and knows the sickness is a result of more dust than he is. He took it upon himself to order some medicine from Wickham, which the governor plans to pick up soon. From here, the Dolican can offer to go get and return the medicine to him, beginning a quick miscellaneous quest that, once complete, no thanks on this marriage of his. I know I used this word earlier when describing him, but after thinking about it, this guy is genuinely among the most wholesome NPCs in the game. And it's quite nice to know that even in a world as brutal as the one the Elder Scrolls V thrusts us in, plagued by war and apocalyptic prophecies, there's still a few people out there who haven't let the struggles get the best of them. And finally, last on our list, this one may actually be my favorite. I give you Terry. She's an older resident of Solitude and co-owner of its clothing store, The Radiant Raiment, which she runs with her sister. Terry is the only high elf available for marriage without console commands, so she's already got that going for her. But honestly, I find her personality...
It's your anniversary. Congratulations. Yeah, no, this is my day. This is actually my day.
All right, Seattle, we are back. And it's time for us to head into the Year 1 playoffs. That's right, GM Superb, man, got the expansion. Seattle Stallions in the playoffs for the year 1. That's a horrible start. You guys, I went to the line the right way, and look at that. I ended up tying the St. Louis Ducks for the top of the division. Unfortunately, I'm not going on to do it. But still, what was the division? 86 points. Oh, we're tied for first. All right, I'll show you guys something over here. Something you were talking for this. So excited, right? Montreal, the best team out of 32, and they missed the playoffs. They missed the playoffs with 100 points, while we made it with 86. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I know it's a video game. But with the current NHL setup, the playoff format, this is impossible.
The candles. Why is she still illumination?
This island must have once been part of the Arctic. You're right.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like all the Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
Oh, we're standing on a gold mine. Quickly, where's our hair?
I know.
14 starts in the NHL. So, in my first year, we made the playoffs.
I don't want to
need trouble. We'll come. But I insist that after you take us to whoever's in charge.
Second line ice time, just because of the chemistry. First line power play time, this guy was the legitimate superstar that we needed. And because of that, everyone right now, all of our scouts, all 1,500 of them, are saying that we should give the captaincy to Eric Stahl. All right, Eric Stahl should be the captain for the playoff run. We need a leader for the playoffs, and it is going to be Eric Stahl. So we're going to give the seat to Captain Stahl. Look at Josh Anderson, 65 points. So we're going to have to pay this guy 80 overall. That's going to be interesting. Callie Yarncroc, 65 points on that. Yeah, it was on that one. won't have a wild part. We're off against the San Jose Sharks. Exact same record as beating the perfect. That is Toronto versus Buffalo. In round number 1, Washington versus Boston. Central. Got they got some great ways. This is the play. They got 3 more that they're worried about. Broken. Let's say the right. It's Costa. Everyone's saying Costa. I'm sorry, Costa. Better play in Costa. Alright? But I will move on here.
It's the last batch.
Decided to go with the younger tempo. Set it right. Alrighty, so that is pretty much it. You guys ready to go? You got anything? So let's switch go. Yeah, well, we'll get a few games in without Alex Dean on the team, all right?
We put shelter on for food, price we couldn't even move. It was like something enormous hand was holding us down. Just the storm.
Chemistry, year number 1. Nothing but 80 overall. Having experience and you're qualified to grow.